how to do a nice and simple glitch effect in Photoshop, as well as how to edit it, and I'll explain to you the things that we're doing along the way. I used to use this glitch effect a lot back in high school and for Digital Imaging 1, and it's one of my favorite things about Photoshop. So first of all, you're going to want your image. This can be done to type, as I'll show you later on in the video, but it'll work a lot better with images. So first thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and duplicate your image. And once you have your duplicate, you want to go to FX, Blending Options, and in the Layer Styles panel, you want to go to Advanced Blending. And now here, you'll go ahead and you'll see the different channels. So you have R, G, and B, which is red, green, and blue. You turn off R, you're getting rid of the red in the image. You turn off green, you're only keeping the red and the blue. Red and blue makes purple. And you turn off the blue, you're mixing red and green. And you can see the effect here. You're noticing that nothing's happening to the image. But if you give it a sec, I will show you what's happening. So for the first one, let's get rid of the reds, leaving just the greens and blues. So the interesting thing that happens when we do this is if I go ahead and I click and drag, you can see that it becomes almost like the old-timey 3D glasses. And you're not limited. You can do as you like with this. And you can see that the reds that are behind the image that are on the original are coming through. So if we get rid of this, you can see that we have no reds. And that's pretty much the basis of this layer style. However, we're here for much more than that. So let me show you some of the more intricate things you can do. So this is just one. Now, if I go ahead and I duplicate the layer, and let's make 3 copies, one for each channel. Let's hide this. So if I go, and we'll hide this for now, and we'll go to copy 2. If you go to copy 2, and this time, instead of hiding red, we hide green, you can see that you now get a purplish and greenish glitchy effect to the image. And once again, if you do blue, you can see that the blue shines through from the image below, and we can see more yellowish, more of a yellowish color. So there's much more to this though. So not only can you just do that, but you can actually, if you look here, you can combine by adjusting the opacity. In which case, not only can you get a blur effect, but you can also change the color if you change the layer style. So if I go to my layer style, you can see it, your possibilities are endless for how you want to display your glitch. It can be really in any way. I'm a big fan of the standard just red and blue glitchiness. So we'll go ahead and use that as we go forward to the next step. So next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead, group everything up. You don't have to, but it just makes everything cleaner. And we're going to call this Obama base. Now, what you want to do with Obama base is create another group and call it Obama cuts, because this is the group that we're going to do all the changes to. And what you want to do here is, first of all, it should just be the layers that we've went ahead and changed. But you want to go ahead and you want to merge them all together. Now, you're probably wondering, what does this do? Well, aside from the slight color, because we're applying, of course, 2 color layers, it allows you to go ahead, come here, and now if I want to do a layer via cut, I can actually, I have to make sure I drag the piece. You can actually drag this and make it look like he's glitching. Like old-timey video games, PCs or hacker videos that you see. So if we can go ahead and we can do this again, make sure you have your base layer selected, highlight the section, and it doesn't, the selection doesn't have to be square, it can be whatever shape you like to achieve your desired effect, and we can just go like that. And if you continue on with this kind of trend, you can kind of see that you end up with a really, really cool glitch effect. Once again, so it almost looks like he's glitching. And you can do, obviously you can adjust it to your liking. For the best results, you're going to want to keep it within the general area, otherwise it gets really, really distorted, as you can see. So make sure that you can either bring it in closer a bit or bring it out, depending on what looks better. And as you go down, you will get your completed glitch effect. Now you can also do this with type. You're not just limited to an image. So let's go ahead and I think I can just delete. Make a new layer and then delete this. You can do this with type as well. But the thing with type, and when you're doing this effect, is you have to make sure that you're not using something that's purely one color. And while you can, the effect isn't going to look as good. So let's say I go to green, for example. I know this is this is a bit weird to read, but let's say I go to green, I duplicate the layer. I go to FX, blending options, I say hide the red. Okay. It just creates a drop shadow. Because we are hiding the red and there's nothing else left, it's just going to be black. So ideally what you want to do is you want to use colors that are in between. So not pure green or pure red or pure blue. If we go ahead and we take, let's say, this orangey color here, and let's color it this. So we take this orangey color, we go here, we duplicate the layer, and now when we go to FX and we go to blending options and we hide red, you'll notice that there's color. And you can create some really cool effects with this. So not only can you create the glitchy effect in the photo, but you can also create it with type. So if we go ahead, we rasterize type, and let's group it just to make sure it's clean. So you have type. It's the exact same process. So you're gonna go to duplicate group, and we're gonna call this group. Okay, and now for type, it's pretty much the exact same process as I've mentioned. So you duplicate, and then you're gonna wanna merge your layers. And then you can come here, layer via cut, and make your glitch effect. It doesn't work as well as it does with photos. Like obviously it will look way better with photographs. But you can still play around with type. So you can see here, I created this glitchy effect. You can move stuff around to create your own glitch type look. And it just looks way better than just typing out your text, duplicating it, and so if I do hello, and we go ahead and we make it black, and we duplicate the layer, go here, make sure they're rasterized just so you can cut them. Grab that. Make sure just one selected. Grab that layer via cut. It doesn't work as well, and the reason it doesn't work as well is because of the color. As well as the fact that you're hiding the channels. So you're making all of these layers work together instead of individually. Like, yes, I can go ahead and I can make this red, do that, but it just looks like I'm dragging a red H. It doesn't look like it's glitching out. And yeah, that's all. Thank you very much, and I hope you learned something.